Okay. Yeah, Ellen's writing me a message. I heard I have no sound. Do I now? Whoever pops in here. Donna, do I have sound? Let me know. I'm having sound issues. Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Yes? Oh, good. Isn't that weird? The last time that happened, there was no sound, and I turned my phone, logged out, logged back in, and then I had sound. But yay! Okay, so let me kind of start that again. Good morning, everybody. So yesterday I had painted a coin plant that was my neighbors took the photo over the weekend, and it was really fun, and I was loving the colors. So I chose something similar kind of in color tone. Let me turn this around. I'm going to paint that. It's pretty, right? Good morning, Portugal. Wow. Is it nice in Portugal? I didn't even look at our weather here for today. Oh my gosh, the Bahamas, it looks so devastated. That is so heartbreaking to see the photos of what happened in the Bahamas. Goodness. Okay, so I'm a bit of a mess. So this past weekend I was playing around with color palettes from, I got all these beautiful paints from, let me show them to you, from Charvin. So I was trying to kind of figure out a set of paints that I like of the Charvin paints. Look at them. Aren't they just delicious looking? They're so fun. So I'm introducing some into my colors here. So I'll have to grab a few this morning. And some of my old tried and trues too, because, change is a hard thing. Hi, Anita. How are you? Hi, Jane. Hi, Lorraine. Hi, Devin, Monique. All right. So, let me think here for a minute what I'm doing. Yeah, it says I've been getting ready for the art show at Doylestown, and I've never even been to Doylestown. I said Zoyles because I was reading Zest It. So I don't know if I ordered this or if they just sent it to me. This is called Glazing Medium Light by Zest It. It improves the translucency and flow of paint for fine detail work and glazing. So that means I need to play around with some glazing, because that sure does sound like fun. But you have to do a layer with, glaze kind of, and then let it dry. I mean, that kind of patience might be beyond my time restrictions and my patience. I try to be a patient person, but I'm not. Some things I'm patient. Right, Donna? Donna's still here. Donna's my cousin. Okay. Is it Ellen? Yes, I'm excited to go there. But I do have to tear down, set the tent both days, so I don't know how I'm going to fare through that, but we'll see. It's not the worst thing in the world, right? So I had prints made. Did you see in my story I showed you some of my prints? They turned out really nice. I hope somebody loves them. I do, and I got some of them framed to take along. So it's different. So I've never taken, prints, framed prints to a show. So that'll be interesting to see if they're well received. And then I have the New Hope show at the end of the month, and then that's it for outdoor art shows. I don't know if forever or just for the time being, maybe forever. They are just a crazy amount of work. And I think if I didn't work full time, it wouldn't be quite as daunting for me. Well, I know it wouldn't. But it's hard to go and, be at a show. So we set up on Saturday and do the show. We have to be there before 6 a.m, and the show will run until, I think 6 p.m, maybe. And then we have to tear everything down. We won't get out of there probably till 7 or 8. And then we have to get up and do it all again the next day. And then come home and I have to go to work on first thing Monday morning. It's long. Hi, Lou. How are you? How are you guys? Did you have a nice weekend? I did. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I always think that happens. I take great. Oh, I'm trying. I am trying to get better at photography. That's something I've been trying to learn more about, and I love to do it. It's just hard. Lighting is hard. Lighting's the challenging part. Like, even photographing, like we were talking about the last week, I was saying, photographing large paintings is really hard. Like, I still can't take a photograph of one of my larger paintings and be happy with how it turns out. But my friend Beth had mentioned maybe we could go and try that at her studio. Hurricane just passed us. So everything's okay, Lou? No damage there? Are you in Florida? Is that where it is? I haven't seen the news. It was just devastating in Bahamas. So what else is new? Oh, I didn't get my paper towels ready. All is fine. I'm glad to hear that. So glad. Did you have to get ready, Lou? Did you have to batten down the hatches and close up shop and close up windows or were you okay? On the east coast of Florida. Oh, okay. Hydrangeas are so complicated, so much going on, but it's good. It's good to paint things like this because it makes you think about it. Another thing I really want to learn too is more about surface pattern design. I think that would be so much fun. And I also want to learn Procreate, which is a program you can do on your iPad to do illustrations and stuff. Because I think things like this would be such a cool pattern to make, surface pattern design. So I told you last weekend I went with a group of people to Kathy's Primitives by Kathy, which is all your stuff's in the dining room, Lil. That's hard, and then that's so much to put away. But as long as you're safe and everything's fine, that's all that matters, right? I think you can hear that music. I have to turn the music down. I like to have it on, but I can't have it loud enough that when I put this video up on YouTube, if you can hear it, they won't let me post it, or they block out the sound or something. I wish I had a little bit of music that wasn't released, copyright protected. I understand why they do it, but I like to listen to music when I paint. It keeps me focused a little bit, which is a good thing. Okay. What are you guys all painting? Have you been painting anything fun? Did you paint over the weekend? I worked on this big one that I showed you next to me. And I'll show it to you again then. I'm happy with it. And I had a commission piece that I was working on that I might be finished with, but I don't know. I'm happy with it, though. It turned out pretty, really pretty. I'd like to live with it. Good morning, Kayla. Okay. Okay. Hi, Lisa. How are you? So yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to rain today or not. I need to mow at my office. Kind of hoping not. That looks like a happy mess, doesn't it? But it'll be fun to go back in with the colors. I painted a little duckling in the grass. Anita, I bet that's cute. Did you post it? Do you have it here on Instagram? I'm cleaning up my transparent paints off my palette. Because if you leave the transparents down and go back into that, it's too wet and it makes your painting too wet. Have you ever had that happen? I know I have. Okay, let me get this out. So I have this one color of RNF pigment sticks that I want to use, but stuck in the tube. I've got to cut it out of there. I just keep not doing it, but that would be a perfect one for what I'm doing here. This is one. These are graphite gray, Payne's gray, and blue ochre. Let's do blue ochre. Yeah. It's crazy how quickly the week goes when you don't. It's wonderful having a long weekend, but gosh, the chaos of trying to get ready for life when you have less time. I feel like time flies by incredibly fast as it is, and then when I feel like I lost a day. It's okay, I needed the day off. It was great. But I thought I'd work on planning a workshop, I'd write a little bit, I'd make goals, work on newsletter copy. I want to plan ahead a little bit of social media stuff because when I get busy, it's hard to squeeze it all in. But I didn't do any of that. And that's okay, right? So I'm reading a book right now called The One Thing. Have any of you guys ever read it? It's about kind of narrowing your life down to what one thing is it that you want to accomplish. And then your goal is to work out from that and narrow down what you need to do each day to get closer to your goal. Because I always feel like I have a million goals and I just jump around from one thing to the next, whether I'm at work or at home or anywhere. It's not an efficient way to be productive. I do think I get a lot done, but a little more focus would be good for me. So it's a good book. I'm not finished with it yet, but I'm learning. Started reading it, Ellen, did you? Did I mention it before, or did you already hear about it? It's a great concept. And usually when I read things like that, I think, oh, I'm never going to even be able to figure out what my one thing is, but I think I can figure it out. This color's pretty. Yesterday I did a time lapse of my painting of the coin plant. It turned out pretty cool. I haven't done that in a long time. I saw it in the airport last month. Oh, did you, Ellen? And bought it. Why am I funny, Dee? Why am I funny? What color? Oh, what, the one I just did, Lisa? It's pretty, isn't it? Let's see if I can even read it anymore. I need to order more of these sticks. Malachite green. Oops, can you see it? Malachite green. It's pretty, isn't it? I love it. It's one of my favorites. I always say I want to go to an art store. I want to go to an art store that has these and be able to pick out some colors. Like I don't have, I'm missing like kind of purples. There's a few colors I don't have that I wish I had. And I've tried to order them and I'm never quite excited about what I get. Maybe they don't come in purples. I don't know. Maybe in the winter I could do a road trip to Jerry's Artarama in New Jersey. That would be fun. Who wants to go? Any of you guys live near here? You want to go to Jerry's Artarama with me? Meet me there. Do a field trip. So the ladies I did that little field trip with last week, like that was so inspiring. I need to see if I can go on that trip next year with them because it was just, I'm still inspired by it. Like they are all artists. They're all, were excited about the same things. They were super friendly. Okay. And that was with, oh shoot. I have to remember what it's called. I'll think of it in a minute. Okay, do you think that's good? I think I'm good. Come to Blick in Pittsburgh. That would be fun, Dee. Let's do that. Let's do a little art trip. I don't know, though. The one that, when I said I did that last week, and they were loading 50 people onto the bus to go to the next thing, I'm thinking, oh, my goodness, that would be exhausting. But I mean, they're all super nice people, so it would be fun. Actually, I think I could manage that. Okay, so I think that's good. That's what it looks like. Big mess. Love that phase. And I'll turn you down here to my palette, which is a little bit dirty. I have to apologize because I was playing around with doing the palette of my Charving colors, but I'm going to get some of them out for this because they have some great colors for this sort of fun. So here's a few of them. I think I could do it in just these paints. Should we try it? What else would I need? I need greens. I think sometimes there's just so many fun colors, it's hard to narrow it down. They're gorgeous, right? Sandy, yes, I am liking the gray background. It took me a little bit to get used to it, but I do think I mix a little bit more accurate colors. Oh, look at this cool color. This is their Caribbean blue. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do this. So if I'm doing that, what am I missing? Probably... do raw umber, French blue maybe to get to my darks. So this is going to be a little bit different because it's not my normal palette. Get some of these out. I'll mix my darks first. And then some of these I might just use straight out of the tube because they're so gorgeous. Let me move these to the side. See if I can get a nice dark. this imperial green. We'll try. Now I'm trying to get a really dark. It's pretty good, but now that it's bluish green, I need a little red in there, don't I? I have this really bright red, and I have sienna. Burnt sienna. Burnt sienna might be better. I don't know. Or should I do it? Maybe I'll just put a touch of the bright red in. I think some of the colors I have at the top of my palette are Charvin colors, but I don't know which ones are. See them up there. Oh, I'm sure the yellows are. Because then if you add in a color that's like the opposite, like red, it neutralizes it, and that did help. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So now I need a true kind of purple. So I'm gonna use this red violet. And I need maybe a lighter purple mixed with it. This is called Amethyst Parma. Wow, it's beautiful, isn't it? You see that? All right, now I have to clean my knife off. What time is it? 7:24, so we're okay. I'm not behind schedule. That's very nice. I think I'll mix a little in here. Beautiful color. Okay, and I need a little bit of greens and blues. I can mix this, make it go lighter here, and I'm gonna put some of this darker green in here. Darker, maybe a little blue. Palette knife, and now I want some kind of soft, so I'm going to add in, I think I want the green to be warm. It's hard, now this is one of those paintings where it's really hard to tell what's warm and what's cool. And that's so bright compared to the greens in there, so that means I should add a little bit of red into it. So let me take a little red, and that'll neutralize it. And don't you know, it looks like I put too much in. A little red goes a long way. But no, that's not too far off. See how neutral then that made that to add that red into it? I have to get some white out. I try not to keep my palette as messy as it is right now, but whoops. It gets that way. That looks good. Very pretty. Okay, now I will mix blue. So let me try this cobalt blue light hue. Let's see what we get. And then I want to make that light. And to warm it up, I might try this color Deep Shell. So it's like a white. It's like a warm white. It's a little more yellow than a warm white. I don't know what that's going to look like, but we'll try it. It's pretty, isn't it? Pretty bright, though. Still pretty bright. Yep, that's pretty spot on of some of the colors in there. I think next thing I need a really big palette, don't you think? So, okay. Is that enough to start? I think that's enough to start. Love those colors. This Provence blue. This is Provence blue. I'm going to put this out a little bit too. Oh, I'd need that to go a little more blue, a little less purple. So I'll add some blue into it and see what we get. It looks very similar to this, doesn't it? This. Very nice. Okay, I think that's good. A good beginning. I'm going to turn back up here. Have a sip of my coffee. You guys having coffee or tea this morning? I always want to drink tea, but I always go back to coffee. Just doing my paper towels and cleaning off my palette knife. And I'm going to go in and put some of my darks in here. And like I was talking about, what I'm really focusing on is not so much loosening up as putting down intentional brush strokes. Now, I do get lost in it and forget sometimes, but my goal really is to put down a brush stroke and leave it. Coffee. Oh, I got lots of votes for coffee, and Helen likes hazelnut coffee. Grab some more paper towels. That really is that dark blue is pretty. This bluish, blackish, whatever color I made. Already looks like it's pushing that back, doesn't it? I'm waiting for coffee. I hear a call in. Lonnie, you better go get your coffee. Sometimes, like when I'm really busy painting, I actually forget to even drink my coffee. But I don't think it's so much that it's the coffee that I love, but that it's like that piece of time in the morning where life doesn't have to start yet, where you can just relax for a little bit and not dive right into everything being crazy. It's like the pause. I think that's what I love about it. Which is what I'm doing right now with all of you. This is always my calm way to begin my day. I would also like to fit in yoga if I could, but I didn't even make it there last night. Isabel had a cross-country meet in Lebanon, which is like probably half hour, 40 minutes from here. So we left early to get there to watch her run. We thought the girls were running at 4, but they weren't running until that was when the whole meet started. But we got to watch my nephew's son run, which was great. And then Izzy ran, and she did really well. So it was fun. But my intention was, why did I tell you that? My intention was to go to yoga class last night at 6, but I didn't make it home in time. So instead, we took my mother-in-law shopping for stuff. Made her happy. So that's good. I also am in a group. It's called Thrive. It's from Canada. That someone had started this group, and it's like all artists, and you go on a call once a month and kind of compare notes and learn from each other, support each other, and it's a really great idea. I'm really enjoying all the people that I'm meeting. But it was yesterday, and I totally forgot. I had it on my calendar, and I feel like I forget it more than I remember it. But I guess when it fits into life, then it's meant to be, and not to fret over it, because, there's not enough time to do everything. So there were more important things that needed to be done at that moment, and there were. And if I had done that, then I would have been off pattern to even get to Isabel's cross-country meet, and I didn't want to miss that. I guess it's all about priorities, too. You want to say where everybody's from? We have Portugal represented, and Florida, Pittsburgh, North Carolina, Maine. Are you getting the storm now in North Carolina, or is it going to go out to sea, Barbara? Toronto, Nashville, Zionsville, India. Wow, Susie from India. I'm working on a project right now, a website, and the company's based in India. North Carolina, Connecticut, Australia. Wow, how neat. Let's have classes in all those places. That would be fun. South Australia. The mitten. Oh, 11 more months to retirement. Oh, I missed that. Went by too quickly. Isn't that exciting? Now wait, that got a little... What did I do there? I'm a little green, I think. It's kind of funky how it has this green in the petals. Like, I don't know if it's smart to try and add that in or crazy. Just Michigan. I don't think that's just Michigan. I live in just Pennsylvania. Michigan. I've never been to Michigan. There's a lot of places I haven't been yet. What do we think? This is that part of being patient now where I feel like I want to put in some of my real highlights to see if I think it looks good, but I'm not going to. Mandatory evacuations for the coast. Oh, is there? Come to the mitten. Where's the mitten, Karen? Or Katrine? Catville. Hi, everybody who's joining. I'm working on this hydrangea painting this morning. I really like this one color that I made. It was I think this cobalt blue light and that deep shell. I'm going to make a little bit. Oh, in Michigan, I'll have to come. But can't. Oh, I got it because of the shape. I get it. Oh. I think I know someone in Michigan. This is the same color. Okay, sorry about that. I had a little segue into, I ran out of that color. Thanks, Lori. The shape of the I'm going to have to look at Michigan. I think one time when I was flying somewhere, I met a guy on the plane, and he was from Michigan. But I sure can't remember his name. He was very friendly. Whoopsie, I was fussing in that, and I pulled that purple up. I know you. Also from Michigan, West Michigan. Oh. I'm going to have to visit Michigan. Is it really cold there all the time? It's probably beautiful there in the summer, though, right? Is it beautiful? Now, I look and see, like this is much brighter right here. And I'm looking at it through the camera. Extreme weather on both ends. Yeah, Lori, do you? Yeah, I guess it gets cold here, but not as cold as it gets where you are. I like the hot weather. I'm sad to see summer go. But I always say it makes you appreciate summer when it comes back. It really makes you appreciate it. I don't know. See, now I'm at the point of the painting where I'm thinking, oh my goodness, like, is this ever going to turn out? Not sure. Am I overworking it? Am I underworking it? I want to leave some of those little kind of juicy areas. I don't want to put too much detail in there. But that line of too much and not enough is hard to find sometimes. It's all part of learning, though. And being confident. Being confident is the most important part and the most challenging part, I think. Confidence makes a huge difference. Yes, is that what I'm in, Ellen? It's the awkward teenager stage. And we love our teenagers, no matter how awkward. mix up another. I want to get a little bit brighter, lighter blue. I feel like it's all getting a little something. A little too monochromatic, maybe? Do you think that's what I mean? Ellen gives me thumbs up. Thank you, Ellen. Okay, that's good. Clean my brush off because that is always key. And before I use that lighter, brighter, I want to go in here and push this back a little bit because this and then the other thing you have to think about are edges too, like soft edges and hard edges, where they should be. I'm telling you that, and I really don't know where they should be. I need to think about it. I'm telling myself to think about that. And this is kind of a brighter. Yellow area over there. This is two. Oh, thanks, Sandy. Yeah, okay. I'll keep talking through my process. It is good to do that. And then when I get quiet, I get so lost in it that I can't think. Yeah, so now part of me is thinking about the fact that I have a lot of gumpy paint here on the side of this that I should clean up. Hi, Vikashini. How are you? Clean that up right there because I will pick that up to go do my little photo shoot today of this so that I can post it with the video, and I'll get it all over myself. All right, so now in this area, my eye keeps going to this. I love that gold showing through, but I think it's a little too dominant. So I want to kind of push this back a little bit with a darker value. Darker green. And then this is actually kind of a blue at the end. Hi, Carol. How are you? And it's still letting that gold show right there, which I love, that gold. I want to get back into playing around with my gold beef, too. Gishini says, I remember you painting the same some days back. So beautiful. I could paint the same thing over and over and over again and never get bored. And that's crazy. I do have to look back to see what I had recently posted on my YouTube channel to make sure I'm not like painting the same thing this week that I painted last week, because it could happen. I love doing it and I forget. I totally forget what I painted. I'll be painting something for a while and be like, oh, I just painted this last week. But that's good because I don't have a lot of reference. I always want to take 1,000,000 photos so that I have plenty of photos to get through the winter months when I don't have any reference and all I have are whatever flowers they have at market. But I never take enough. I don't know if there is such a thing as enough photos for me to have as reference. All right, is it coming together? Oh, do you love my new prints, Carol? Thank you. I hope they do well. What a project it was to get them done. You know, it takes a lot of planning and thinking about it and deciding which ones. And then I had them scanned in professionally and printed out professionally. And I'm also working on my calendar. So this week I have to run my calendar over to the guy who's doing it for me. The rest, he has I guess he has 4 of my paintings that'll be in my calendar, but the rest of them weren't dry yet, so I couldn't take them. So I'm gonna have to do that, hopefully before I go away this weekend to the art show, because I really want to get that going too. Ooh, that's fun. I like that little bit of color right there. I think that's an underneath. It's getting there. Oh, a book of my prints. That's a good idea, Alan. So I'm also trying to put prints, I have an Etsy shop that I started it, and then I really wasn't paying attention to it, and now I want to build it back up. But I was doing originals. Until you list paintings like that, original paintings, it takes forever, and so it's not really an efficient way to do it. But now if I get prints made, I could list them and see how they do over the holidays. Because I'm excited. I had applied to, last year I saw this thing, it's called, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, it's called the Rising Tide Society. They're associated with Honeybook, which is like an organizational program, and a lot of it is for wedding photographers, but really it's for anyone creative, and I want to look into that, using that product. But anyway, I'm always kind of a part of the Rising Tide Society. I follow them, and they have a gift guide for the winter at Christmas time, and they had a submission to the gift guide, and I got in. So my artwork will be featured, with a lot of other artists in their gift guide. So I want to make sure I have more prints and paintings, more things on my website for sale before the holidays get here. I'm excited. It'll be fun. What do we think of this? Let me see. We still need to put this is too dark right there. Thanks, Kayla. Yeah, I'm excited. Okay. Oops. Yellow one there. Thank you. What do we think? Messy? Finished? Does it need some almost whites maybe to make it pop a little more? Maybe that's what it needs. I feel like it needs a little kiss of something. Let me see here. Although I do like its monochromaticness. Yeah, the kiss of color, that it makes a big difference. Like when you think you're finished, you're always just not really quite finished until you add like just that little something. And I got a little lumpy right there. I did get new paintbrushes, but I already feel like I don't know which ones are the new ones. I should have marked them. Oh, wait, I need that little, I like that color. Okay. Yeah, it is very monochromatic, you're right. Okay. Why am I not settled? Let me just do a little, show my little. My paints are getting a little dry too. All right, I think I'm finished. So I'm going to sign it without getting my elbows in the paint. I'll show it to you. Now I run outside and photograph it. I like to photograph them outside on my front porch, but then when winter comes, they never look as nice when I photograph them, but that's okay. So does anybody have any questions or anything? Oh, here's the one that I was working on. I wanted to show you. So I've done small ones like that, and it's so different when you go larger with it. I'm happy with it, but like I kind of get lost in kind of smoothing out the bottom. Oh, let me turn this around. There it is. And there's old painting I did of my dad. He always watches over me while I paint. Isn't that fun? So that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. I enjoy our time together. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I'll see you next week. And let me know if you have any questions or anything you'd like me to paint. Thanks. Bye.